What is going on YouTube? This is Dallas coming in with a video. Today's video is my top 10 things I like to buy at estate sales, garage sales, and thrift stores. Put together this list of things that sell well for me, that I've done well with in the past, and that I currently do well with, and wanted to share that with you, my top 10 things. So let's get started, get right into it. Number one thing I like to sell, as you guys know, is vintage photographs. I sell a ton of vintage photographs. I love selling them because they're easy to ship. I stick them in an envelope, put a stamp on them, and ship them. I've never really had a whole lot of problems. I've got pennies in these photographs, so if one does happen to get lost in the mail, I'm not really too concerned with it. So that is number one, vintage photos. Number two, I love selling vintage coloring books. I do very well with coloring books. This one here is Disneyland. I think I paid $1/4 for it, and I'll get like $10 for it, and they sell quick and they sell easy. What you want to make sure when you're looking at them is that all the pages are complete, and if they are not used is the best. Some of them can still bring good money if they are used, but you want to check and make sure that they're not used and that they are complete. Another little tip here, if you look on a lot of times, they'll have a copyright date that'll be in Roman numerals down here. Know your Roman numerals so that you can date these properly. Third thing I like to sell are vintage magazines. I pick these up again for next to nothing. They sell quickly, easily. These ones are all flying magazines that I just picked up here recently. I sell a ton of flying magazines, but what you want to check for on magazines is subject matter. More obscure the better. So if you can find one that you would go, why would they make a magazine for that? Those are the ones you want to pick up. Other ones you want to look for are motorcycle and automobile related magazines and things to do with normal everyday life. Those magazines don't really sell as well. Your life, your time, those types of magazines. There's tons of them out there, National Geographics. They're not going to bring the money. You want to look for the ones that are obsolete, that are oddballs, things that are different. Next thing I like to sell are these Needlepoint Kits. You can pick these up for really pennies. I mean, I think I got this one for $1 at a garage sale. I'll sell it for 25 to 30 bucks. Ships in a flat rate, or not a flat rate mailer, but in a poly mailer. Don't have to worry about nothing getting broken. It's, you know, all just yarn, so you don't have to worry about anything breaking. Sells quick, sells easy, good thing to look out for. Next thing I like to sell is obsolete media, blank obsolete media, like cassette tapes and these VHS-C recordable tapes. Also another good one to look out for are just regular VHS tapes. All of those blank media that are obsolete, that people can't get readily in a store anymore, all sell well, sell quick. A lot of them go overseas. A lot of my cassette tapes I sell go to Russia. So you want to make sure you're using international shipping. This isn't blank, but I like selling these old obsolete video games. This one's a Windows 95 edition of a Civil War Gettysburg game. Sealed, new in the box. Paid $1.49 for it at Goodwill. I'll sell this for 70 bucks on Amazon. Another thing I like to sell, vintage postcards. On postcards, what you want to look for are, again, things that are cross-collectible. You want to look for gas station. You want to look for militaria. You want to look for things that people collect regularly. So if you can find some, you know, New York City, a lot of people collect New York City, so those will bring more money than Des Moines, Iowa. So easy to ship. Again, I put them in, I have a mailer that I use just for postcards and photos. That's a stiff mailer, and those ship real easy, simple, easy to do. Next thing I like to sell and buy are vintage 1990s, 1980s toys. These two are Micro Machine Star Wars toys, sealed, new in the box. This one here is from 1995, and this one's from 94. So this is from when I was a kid, when I was growing up. And people my age are the ones who have expendable income right now. They're not in college anymore. They have, a lot of them don't have children yet. So they're trying to buy back their childhood, and they've got money to spend. So those all sell well and sell quickly. Another thing that I like to sell are puzzles. I like these wooden flat puzzles. This one is Donald Duck. This one is a Whitman from 1957. Make sure you got all the pieces. These wooden puzzles really do seem to sell well. Now they're just regular puzzles. They sell well. Thing you want to check for are the pieces. Again, you got to make sure they have all the pieces. It's a little time consuming to count the pieces and make sure they're all there. But when you're picking these things up for a quarter and you're selling them for 10 to 15 bucks, it's worth the time, worth the investment. Snapback hats. I love selling snapback hats. I wasn't real big into it until my buddy over at Global Voodoo, Mike over there, kind of turned me on to them, and I've really been selling a ton of them here lately. This one here is a Drew Pearson Charlotte Hornets snapback hat I just picked up here recently. Easy to ship. Don't have to worry about stuff breaking. You can buy them usually for a buck or two, and this one here will sell for 30-35 bucks. Next thing I like to sell are mid-century modern and vintage electronics. This one here you may remember from another one of my videos. I love the design so much I decided to keep it. I didn't have anything else really here that fit into that because they sell so fast. Brands you want to look out for there are Sansui. You want to look out for the older vintage Sony stuff. Panasonic. Anything that was Japanese from the 60s, 70s, especially stuff that still has the tubes in it. Those Sansui radios with the tubes in it, even broken, will bring $300 or $400. And people undervalue them. They see a radio and they think all radios are worth 20 bucks. But some of them are worth $300 to $400, $500. And if you do your research, you can figure out which ones are worth $300, $400, $500. Be smarter than the guy you're buying from and make a profit. But those are my top 10 things that I like to buy at estate sales, garage sales, and thrift stores. So I hope you enjoyed my video, and I'd like to know what are your top 10 things that you like to go out and buy. Thanks a lot and have a great day.